Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Asselin and I upload college and lifestyle based videos literally all the time. And right now there is like this trend going on where you just pretty much post on Instagram for people to assume anything and everything they want about you, and then you come on YouTube and you answer it. I don't know if you guys have seen these videos, but I watched a bunch of them and I actually was watching some from YouTubers I've never watched before. And it was so cool because it was like I've never seen their videos and I feel like I got to know them so well. And then YouTubers that did it that I already have been watching, I felt like I got to know even more. So for that reason, I was feeling inclined to do this video because I felt like it would be a different way for you guys to get more insight into me and who I am. And I was actually like genuinely really shocked at some of the things you guys said because some of them were spot on. Some of like the really personal, deep, like personality based things were so spot on, and I was like, how did you know that? Or how did you assume that? And then some of the things I feel like people just say because they want to know if you do it or not. Yeah, be sure to be following me on Instagram if you aren't already, and all my other social medias. They're always linked down below in the description box. That way you can participate in things like this, and I got tons of questions, so thank you guys for participating. Or not questions, but assumptions, you know what I mean. And I told you guys to be nice because I didn't want anything to be too mean, but some of you guys really just attacked me anyways, but that's totally cool because I literally asked for it. So without further ado, be sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you're surprised about anything down below. I would love to hear things you were surprised about. And yeah, be sure to be following me on my socials. I'm going to start with one of the ones that was probably the most dominant throughout everything, and I got so many saying your parents pay for everything, you're rich, you're spoiled, just all these things about me having a ton of money. And I think everyone just assumes YouTubers have a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, some YouTubers do have a lot of money and come from a lot of money, but trust me, everyone is not like that. The answer is no. I am very blessed that my parents do pay for like my car insurance and just my car payments. I did just pay for most of my phone that I just got, which is like a huge step because we bought it outright and normally we lease our phones. So that was really cool, and I was like proud of myself for paying for most of it. And I do pay for all of my groceries. My financial aid pays for my rent. I've been working literally since before I even turned 15, and working has always just been something I've done. I am very blessed that they do pay for all of my bills right now, and I'm just paying for like my groceries, gas, anything with my car, like as far as like getting new tires, oil changes and stuff like that goes, I pay for, and anything I buy as far as like going out to eat or just getting clothes is all my money. And I am at a point where like I could be paying some of my bills, but my parents told me, you know, like we're gonna treat it fairly and pay for the same things we paid for your brother while he was in school, just to make things fair. So I'm very thankful for that. Not a bunch saying you always have your life together or your life seems so perfect, and it totally isn't. I feel like I am doing a lot of things, and just having myself very spread out over many different areas probably looks like I have my life together, but in reality I don't know what I'm doing. Literally all of you guys think I am a stoner, and I'm just like, honestly, there's probably like 5 of you that think that, not like 25, because I think most of the people who asked that just wanted to hear me say like if I do or not smoke weed, and I'm like, no. A lot of these videos I saw people put that on their thumbnail, that like assumption, you're a stoner or you smoke weed, and then they didn't even mention it in the video. And I was like, I am not one to judge if you do smoke weed, but it's never been of interest to me. I've always hated the smell of it, and I've just never had the desire to, honestly, and I don't ever plan on doing it. So that's that. I don't care if you do or not. I obviously know people who do and who have, but it's not my thing. I got a lot saying that I don't have a lot of, or I got a good amount of assumptions saying I don't have a lot of friends, but this one particularly said you don't have a ton of close friends. Totally not a bad thing, quality over quantity, and that's really true. In high school, I talked about this in my Q&A, I was kind of like the friend that floated between friend groups. So now in college I probably have like 5 close friends, and then there's probably like 5 acquaintances that I see pretty often. But out of my close friends, I'm only like close to probably like 3 of them at Alabama, and then I have like 1 or 2 close friends from home. But that's just how I am. And going along with that, I got so many questions about like me being a person that is that doesn't really let people in very easily, and I'm like shy, but then once you get to know me, I'm like really close with you and stuff like that. And that is very true. I am not very quick to open up to people. Like my best friend Logan from high school that you guys have seen in videos and stuff before, I remember when we first became friends, like the first year we were friends, I would like be going through things and I would never mention them because I was never someone to just like randomly bring up things and just talk about them. Like for example, I remember this guy I was like talking to or dating or whatever, we broke up, and I never told her, and she was literally like, Abby, why didn't you tell me that? And I was like 2 months later, and I was like, because I didn't know how to bring up like, oh hey, by the way, so and so and I aren't talking anymore, or aren't a thing. And I've just always been someone to like bottle everything up and keep everything inside to myself, and now I think I'm better at reaching out to friends. I got a good bit of you are liberal comments, but then I got even more you're a Trump supporter, or you voted for Trump, or you're Republican. And honestly, I'm not going to go into detail about my political affiliation because I'm at the age where I'm kind of like figuring out my own political affiliation, and I'm just learning more about the economy and the government in general. So I'm trying to be more educated and kind of like form my opinion off my own education at this point. Let me just say, literally, I'm guilty of this too. We are also brainwashed by the news and by what we see on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. Like, it's actually absurd, and I literally get so fired up about it. Like, we are so quick to believe anything we see, and literally, depending on who is posting it and what network is posting it, makes it more biased. And honestly, it just drives me insane, because that's how so many people form their opinions and get their information from those things. And I'm like, please just go to a real source before you start like exploding with arguments and information from biased things. Like, I can't. I definitely am not like a heavy left or heavy right, like at all. I will say that. You have a very supportive family. True. You care a lot about school. True. But I try to keep a good balance. You never want college to end. True and false. True in the sense that I love being able to like balance college. I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm learning how to balance YouTube, social life, work, and my classes. And I know that once I start working full-time doing YouTube, it's going to be so hard, but I'm going to like still do it. I'm also excited to just like be independent and like be in the city I'm going to be living in and not have to study anymore. So many people think I'm like this perfect straight A 4.0 student. I have a 3.9. So no, I made my first C last semester, and I haven't had straight A's since like my sophomore year. I'm definitely not perfect in that aspect. I'm totally okay with that because I did my best, and that's all that matters. Your YouTube and real self are slightly different. I don't think so. Like, yes and no. I don't think personality wise I'm much different, but like I think if you were to meet me in person, you would think I might be a little bit different, just because I'm just not someone to immediately just like open up and be like a super outgoing person. And if you've done the Myers-Briggs personality test, I'm an INFJ, which is like the rarest personality in the world. So if any of you are that, cool, and that if you know anything about that test or what INFJ is, then you will understand why I probably wouldn't seem this exact same as I am on camera in person if you only got the chance to talk to me for like a minute. But I think if you talk to me for like longer than a minute, you would be like, oh, okay. I struggled with body image in the past. True. You overplucked your eyebrows once. True. I got my eyebrows waxed for the first time when I was 13, and I had like extremely thick bushy eyebrows when I was young, guys. Like, huge insecurity of mine in middle school, like massive insecurity. And I got them waxed, and it was like in that phase where like everyone had super thin and overplucked eyebrows. So the girl who did my eyebrows like that, and then it just took me so long to grow them back out. Like, my eyebrows were a mess from when I was like 13 to probably 17 and a half. So let's just ignore any pictures you see from that phase of my life. You're overall a very genuine person. True. I do not tolerate any fakeness or like being petty. I literally hate it. I had to deal with so much of that in high school, and I just feel like I'm so much more mature now, and I'm like I really just do not want to hear you talking crap about people you call your friends. I don't see the point in being like mean for no reason, for judging people for no reason. Like, let people do what they want to do. Let people do what makes them happy, and don't judge them for it. It's as simple as that. And life is so much better once you grow up and think that way. Spend a lot of money on clothes. I invest in Lululemon, but it's like occasionally. Like, the last time I got Lululemon stuff, I had a gift card, and then the last time I got it before that was like September. So that's the only time I like spend a lot of money on clothes, and it's because it's expensive things, but I literally get like one thing at a time at Lululemon, I feel like. And I really don't. I actually just bought the most expensive sweater I've ever bought in my life, and it was $54. So if that says anything, there you go. I don't really spend a lot of money on clothes. I got assumptions saying you spend a lot of money on food, and that is true. That's where all my money goes, is groceries, because I try to eat healthy, which is so expensive. And when I eat out, it's usually expensive. But I've done so good about not eating out this semester. I went an entire 4-day weekend only eating out once for all 3 meals for the entire 4-day weekend. So that's like really good. People think you're rude before they meet you. Yes and no. I've gotten both from people. So Your personality changed when your YouTube got bigger, you became more confident. That was like, whoa, how did you know that? But that's literally so true. I was like so not confident in myself and who I was. I had no idea who I was personality wise. Like, I felt like so lost, and I felt like I was in a constant identity crisis before I started my YouTube. And I was like, the second I started it, I was like, this is what I was made to do. And I just literally love it, and having looked back since. After college, you're not going to want to do YouTube anymore. Falls. I got so many things saying you're really hard on yourself, like way too hard on yourself, you're a perfectionist, literally so many things saying that, and that is 100% true. I am my biggest critique, and I think most people are, but I am a perfectionist to the point that it's unhealthy, and like I'm trying so hard to be better about that. I assume Griffin was your first heartbreak when y'all broke up. No, but it was definitely my most intense heartbreak. You're a very loyal person, and you're a really loyal friend, and that is so true. I am so loyal, like in relationships, because I have been hurt in the past, and I've been through stuff in the past that I would never want anyone else to go through that I love. So I'm very loyal because of that, and I literally think I'm like one of the most loyal people on this planet, like no joke. And friendships, I'm super loyal, and that's probably another reason why I only have like a couple really close friends, because I want them to be like super genuine and super loyal friendships. You're popular in high school. I was friends with like a popular friend group, and I'm like still in that friend group. Like we have a group chat and everything from home. But like I said in my Q&A video, I'm going to leave my Q&As link down below, because those go into a lot of detail for a lot of these questions. I'm trying to be brief, and I'm terrible at it. But I still, once again, was like friends in different friend groups. You're very independent and don't like relying on other people. True. You and your boyfriend eat out a lot. We used to eat out a good bit, especially last semester. Last semester was the worst because I was just so busy all the time. But now, no, not really. You're super motivated and dedicated towards reaching your goals. True. You're happier at school than you are at home. Can't wait to join you at Bama next year. Roll Tide, Ashley. That's true, but it's honestly just the circumstances. It's not really like the location. Like if the University of Alabama was in my hometown, I would be happier in my hometown than here, if that makes sense. Griffin is your first love. No, but there's like different levels of love that you experience with different people, I think, and I think my love for him has been like the strongest out of anyone I've ever like dated. Film the same thing every day because you have no other content ideas. No, I always do vlogs because they perform the best and they're my favorite. So if you guys like them the most, and if I like doing them the most, why would I do anything else? So low-key want to be in the whole going out / party scene. Not really. It's not really that possible to be someone that goes out every weekend when you're like double majoring and have YouTube as a job, and then you also have another job, and you also have a dog, and you are also trying to be healthy, and you don't really have a ton of money to blow. I think you guys get the point. I do go out occasionally like with friends, but last semester I like literally hardly ever did. And I mean, you don't have to like go out and like get drunk or do whatever crazy XYZ things. Like, I don't want to be in that scene because I feel like if I'm literally identified by that scene, then I'm not doing very well with balancing my school and my social life, and it seems like I would be balancing my social life more than my school life. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, you never go out, like you don't do anything social wise like at all. And I think one of the things that I like did a lot in the past that I haven't actually done in a while is go to like the fraternity like band party things. Some of the people I've seen are like Waka Flocka, Skizzy Mars, and John Langston, and those are like so fun because you just like go with your friends. Doing that was like my favorite thing to do as far as going out goes, because like I love live music, and like seeing people like that was so cool. I think you guys get the point. But like when I'm 21, I'm sure I'm gonna like be going out a lot more and everything. In my senior year, I definitely will be. I mean, I'm not going to like go crazy or anything, but it'll definitely be more than like once a semester or twice a semester. You have a huge heart and are genuinely nice to everyone you meet. I try to be nice to everyone I meet. There's no reason for me to be mean to everyone I meet straight up, like for the first time. And I definitely have a huge heart, and it's like a blessing and a curse. You're really focused on your future and never really live in the moment. True. And it's not because I'm like focused on my future and excited for my future. It's because I'm literally stressed as crap about my future and I don't know what's going on. You don't like YouTube, you just do it to make money. Absolutely not. I would not put in the amount of work I put in for YouTube if I was just doing it for the money. Trust me. I would be doing this if I had 5 subscribers and was making no money. I promise. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. You're in the honors college but not very involved in it. True. You're sometimes insecure about your body all the time. I think everyone is. I try not to like compare myself, and I try to like be thankful for the body I was blessed with, and like just try not to be so critical about that, but I can't help it because I always have been, but I'm trying to be better about it. You spend all your time either by yourself or with Griffin. I got a lot of things saying like, oh, you only spend time with your boyfriend, you have no friends, you only care about your boyfriend, you devote your whole life to your boyfriend, like all this stuff. And I know it may seem like that because he's in the vlogs the most, but that's because he's like the most comfortable. I don't feel comfortable like putting the camera in anyone's face, any of my friends' face, as much as I do with Griffin, because he doesn't mind. And I obviously hang out with him the most, but it's because he's my boyfriend. Sorry if the zoom's a little bit different. I ran out of space on my SD card. But back to what I was saying, I think that it probably comes off that like he's all I hang out with, but like this entire past weekend I hung out with like pretty much all of my friends that I'm close to at Alabama. And honestly, last semester I did only hang out with probably like 2 of my friends on campus, and all we did was study when we hung out or work out, and I really didn't hang out with them that much. But it wasn't because I was just like, oh, I'm only gonna hang out with Griffin. It was because I was literally like, last semester was awful, you guys. It was my first semester having like a lot of big brand deals with YouTube, and I felt a lot of stress with that and like meeting deadlines, and then my classes were the hardest they had ever been last semester. So I was really just like, I just didn't have time. And like, did I have time? Yes, but like any free time I had, I was either devoting to YouTube or spending time with Griffin, like quality time with Griffin, because yes, we would hang out in terms of like we would go grab lunch really quickly or we would go study somewhere, but we didn't have a lot of like quality time together. So this semester I've definitely been trying to be a lot better about just like hanging out with friends and like going and doing stuff with them, and I've already like hung out with my friends more this semester than I did last semester. That's how bad last semester was, but I just don't show it all. Like, you guys have to remember that you only see a fraction of my day, and you only see some of my days during the week, you know what I mean? Gets hit on a bunch. I like honestly kind of used to in high school, and I don't know why. I looked atrocious, but now not really, no, just because like I feel like most people know I have a boyfriend, but if they don't know me, I don't know, I probably just don't have a nice face on. You eventually want to move to LA? No, I've never been. I'd like to go one day just to like know what it's like, but I never want to move there. You want to be more carefree than your current situation allows? Definitely. You always have to justify, find an excuse for everything you do. You don't need to, just do you. Thanks for that affirmation, but yes, that is very true. I don't know why I'm like that, but that definitely is how I am. You never miss class and read everything you are given. I do miss class sometimes, not a lot, and read everything I'm given, kind of. For accounting, yes. Other classes, probably not. You low-key don't like your short hair. Falls, but I am having trouble styling it sometimes. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. You and Griffin want to get married. True, that's the plan. Hopefully it goes that way. You've only had 4 other boyfriends since Griffin. I talked to a lot of people in high school, but I would like talk to them for 2 weeks and then break up with them because I would be like super into them for 2 weeks, and then I would like freak out and get scared or just like find something that wasn't compatible with me, and I would just freak out and like break up with them. But like I literally, I don't know why I was like that, but I was. You can ask anyone from high school. I talked to a lot of people, to be honest. But I mean, I didn't like do anything with them, but like I just would talk to so many people. You have anxiety, I don't know, I get that vibe, and you're an introvert. I like to call myself an extroverted introvert, not an introverted extrovert, an extroverted introvert, because I do like to be alone a lot. I value my alone time. I definitely stress out in situations like career fairs, meet the firms. I think whenever I'm with people I know I'm an extrovert, definitely, like I'm definitely one of the people that talks a lot, and I like to like be the one talking and everything. But as far as like, I don't know, I have broken out of my shell a lot and I've gotten a lot better, and I think people may think I'm an extrovert because I definitely like fake it. I definitely fake it, especially in like work type settings. I fake it for sure, and I probably don't seem like one, but I am. And I do get very anxious a lot. Like in high school I had pretty bad, like, I hate like how anxiety is such a like touchy term nowadays, but I definitely was very anxious in a lot of high school. And then now I get very anxious and stressed out. I don't like want to sit here and say I have anxiety because I haven't been like diagnosed with it or anything. I definitely do get anxious, but everyone does. You come from a really humble background. Love you, by the way. Very, very, very true. And I'm so grateful for it. I feel like you need to have your entire life planned out right now. True. Get along with everyone, for the most part. Kind of. You're the mom in your friend group. Kind of, in the sense that I feel like I'm always the one like giving advice and like trying to help people out. But yeah, kind of. You judge people who aren't as fit as you? Absolutely not. Like, no, because I go through phases of being fit and not fit myself. I will never judge anyone who's not on the same page as me fitness wise. Like, it's just one of my hobbies. That doesn't mean it has to be one of yours. You have a love-hate relationship with working out. Love your bits. Thanks, girl. And very, 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 very true. There are some days where I like can't wait to work out, and I would say most days I like really don't want to, but I just do it because I know it's good for me and because I know it'll feel good afterwards. Superficial. If you think I'm superficial, like, I just want to know why, because I just don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, I don't know what I do that comes off as superficial. Like, I definitely obviously, like, extremely obviously don't care for like super expensive high-end like luxury things, and that, so in that sense I don't know how I'm superficial. YouTube full-time is your dream job. True. You regret not being in a sorority. False. Sorry, I just sneezed. I think freshman year I probably would have said true, but like I literally couldn't help it. Like it's straight up too expensive, you guys. Like there wasn't even an option. So in that sense, it's like I can't even regret it even if I wanted to, because it's not even an option for me. You were on the homecoming court. You're just so likable. That's so sweet. Thank you. And I was actually, I represented SGA with the SGA president, and I was SGA treasurer in my senior year. You and Griffin fight a lot. No, we get in like petty arguments that they get resolved like really quickly, but we've gone through phases. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a relationship, you know what I mean? Like you go through phases where you like fight a bunch, and then you go through like months where you won't have a single fight. So it just kind of like depends. But for the most part, not really. You don't pig out on junk food. Falls. I occasionally do, but it's like not super often, because I don't like a lot of unhealthy meal foods. Like I don't like pizza very much at all. I don't like hamburgers. I've never ate a whole one in my entire life. And I'm not like a huge cheese person, but like as far as desserts go, oh my gosh, I could pig out on them all day long. I have student loans and are struggling financially. Yes, I have student loans. No, I don't think I'm struggling financially. I'm doing better than I ever have before, so I don't want to call myself struggling, because struggling would be like my freshman year. Highly motivated, and you have days where you need a break, but sometimes you don't show it. True. I feel like a lot of times I need a break and I just like act like I don't, or I just straight up don't even take one. You're a competitive person. Very. You hate your major sometimes, but I think that's normal. My friend Logan from home said, Logan is your best friend. True. And Maddie from home said, you used to be a gymnast. Yeah, girl, with you. You're really tall. No, I'm very average. I'm like 5'5", 5'4.5". I don't know. You're not always right on schedule and sometimes procrastinate. Yes, I do procrastinate. I'm human. Supporting your family financially in the future motivates you. 100% yes. Like my brother and I have talked about it before. We like want to be able to like provide for our parents and like give back to them, because they've sacrificed so much for us growing up that they really did not need to. And I just really want them to be so happy and be able to do what they want when they're retired after they've been working so hard. Can't go a day without coffee. True. You get a lot of free clothes from companies, but always try to sell them instead of donating them. I sell a lot of Zaful and Shein stuff with the tag still on it on my Poshmark, but I sell it for like dirt cheap. And the only reason I sell it is because it's brand new, and I know you guys are more likely to buy from those kinds of brands straight from me than instead of like the website, because it is like quicker delivery and less sketch, I feel like, through me. But no, I really don't get sent that many clothes from brands. I used to, but I donated a ton of it, and then I sold all the new stuff because it was literally brand new, and I sold it for really cheap. And I only sold it if it didn't fit me. You blog about studying and being very organized, but low-key still feel like you don't have it all together. True. You're naturally more motivated than the average person. I think that's true, but it's because I think I like have like this end goal, and I can like see where I want to be, and I know that it's going to take a lot of work, so I try and like, I feel like I always have that instilled in me, and like I've always had this sense of motivation in me because I've had to work for everything I've achieved or gotten. So I feel like just that alone is why I work so hard and I'm so motivated. And that is everything for my assumptions video. Thank you guys. Oh gosh, you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry it's long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I like tried to like just answer things true or not true, but there are some things I like need to explain, especially like negative things or things that are just straight up wrong, because I obviously want to correct your false assumption. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe down below if you aren't already, and follow me on my social media so you can participate in these things. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.